So I've got no slides today. I'm gonna give a talk just on how to make your side projects look like they weren't designed by an AI agent. So about a week ago, I saw a tweet that was like this. I can't find the exact tweet, but it's this trend of people on social media taking text messages and turning them into songs. If you guys use like Suno, it's super cool. But you can take like chat messages from ex-boyfriends, turn it into fun, catchy songs. So I saw this, I was like, oh, it'd be really cool if I could just turn like a screenshot of my back and forth with someone into a song. And I wanted to build like an app, why not? The only problem is, I've been doing a lot of like random side projects. I run a crypto fund called Curated, so I have a lot of free time right now. And these side projects, they technically all work. The AI agents are so good right now that everything generally works until they don't. But at least on the engineering side, not a problem. On the design side, they've always looked kind of, they don't look bad. They just look the same after a while. I'm sure I see heads nodding, so I'm sure you've all had this experience. So this time I was like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna go the opposite direction. I'm gonna see if I can get something that feels different from things that I've normally put together as side projects. I'm gonna show you the end, by the way. This is where I got to. It's an app called Yap-to-Bop. You attach a screenshot. I'm gonna attach this one of Sam Altman texting Mira Murati. And it does the OCR thing. Hopefully the Wi-Fi is fast enough that it's going to load. But it'll read the text. There's a little chat thing. Right, you choose the sound. I'm particularly proud of this graphic, of this interactive slot machine graphic where you can choose the mood, the genre, the vocals. You can spin the. Oh, hold on, that was supposed to work. There we go. You can do this. It literally works way better on mobile, but I love this. Because this is nothing like I've normally built, because my background is more on data science, a little bit of engineering, product, not design. So I'm going to take you through about it. The end result is this. You can press play. And I'm gonna wait until my favorite part of the player, which is that the chat bubbles actually come up when they come up in the song. So, thank you. I'm DJing the after party for this. And so here was this is the workflow. This is going to be very I'll just take you through my workflow, both from the design side all the way to the the engineering actually getting implemented, which was first just going to ChatGPT for ideation, and I really the image Gen 2 model is really good. And initially it was okay. I asked it for all right, give me some wild ideas. I don't want to stick into the same old kind of beige background minimalistic. And it gave me a bunch of wacky ones. And I really like this concept. You can see I'll go a little bit towards the end. You can kind of see it's pretty much already there. The general vibe is there. I'll go through and ask it for some brand guidelines. I don't know what these are supposed to look like, but that looks kind of right? That looks like a brand. I've paid, in former companies, tens of thousands of dollars for these slides. I don't think they look any worse than those slides that I got, So we'll go through a little bit, and it's really cool. It'll give you, not all of them are perfect, but it'll give you transparent images. And so I got pretty much all of my assets just from saying, hey, this is really nice. Can you make it transparent? And then having it cut out. I had an AI agent skill just for cutting things out of these larger sheets, because trying to prompt ChatGPT to give me specific images one after another is kind of a pain in the ass. Right? So you just do a giant sheet, cut it out. It can even do these sprites. I'll jump forward. These you'll see in the beginning. You see these little moving animations, right? It's called jitter. These jitter animations you can just make. You can just say, hey, look, give me a sprite sheet with these icons, and then ask your agent to cut it out and turn it into animation, it does it seamlessly. It's phenomenal. I really enjoy that. Okay, so you go through this, and then basically just went back and forth on all this, and eventually I built the app, right? And I had a style that I really liked. But I wasn't happy with my process of how I selected. Like it was something like, it was a multi-step process and I wasn't happy with it. And then I had the idea of, okay, well, what if it was a slot machine? That'd be super cool. And it gave me this perfect image of this like slot machine. I really love this. I just have no clue how to actually build this. Zero clue. Like I have Figma. I have a subscription from a while back, and I open it with AI coding. I open it never. I never open Figma, right? I don't know how. So then I went to this process. All right, okay, we'll try to design this, and I had imagined maybe you can like take this image and just get the shell. And if I can get the shell, maybe I can fit a little like wheel in there, like one of those like CSS wheels, right? And so took this to this other conversation. And again, at this point, I'm still not working in Conductor or Cursor or whatever, right? I'm just trying to get the general, is this doable? And again, Image Gen 2 is phenomenal at doing this one thing, which is taking an image and like making it transparent, giving you some variations. You can take this, go to Figma, and now all of a sudden I have like, I just flipped it upside down, right? So now you have all these levers, and then this is the implementation. Then you could just ask your agent to put it in, and then add the wheel. Now the wheel adding part, and I realize now designing each individual screen, this was the most pain in the ass part. Because have you ever tried to design a screen with an AI agent with like not traditional grid structure of placement of things? You're like, no, the star needs to go up 2 pixels, and then this thing needs to just rotate at 90 degrees, and you're like, this is. We're at, is it like Codex 5.5? I'm asking the most advanced AI model to move this icon 3 pixels to the left and turn it maybe 20 degrees, I can't really tell, you know? And so this is the part where like, I think one of the most useful parts of coding with AI is building your own internal tooling, right? Absolutely right. Building your own internal tooling makes everything so much better. And it's one of the ways I really speed up my own development process, which is building these like layout tools. So now, when I was trying to put these like, this is just like a CSS kind of wheel thing, right? When I was trying to get the alignment just right, you'll see my slot machine wheel, right? Because like when it first got in, it was like it was too big, you know. These things are off. But building these little things that allow you to adjust it on the screen, see it in different variations, and just get it just right, it speeds up the process so much. And historically, you would never build this. In any type of product process, you would never build this, because why would you build a tool just for this one graphic? You would just put up with the pain. But now it takes like 10 minutes to get a really nice working layout editor. And I've used this for everything. I've used this even for the little hero, where I'm like, I want to move the star just 2 pixels to the left, and this is how you do it. This makes things significantly better. You can just save it directly. This was kind of the process. I'm not showing you the actual, like, again, I feel like everyone here has used Codex or Claude Code, right? And again, the agents are really good, phenomenally good at getting you to dead center, pretty good what everyone else does. But the moment that you want to take something from good enough to something that you're like really proud of and is very unique in its design, doing these little extra things really help, and you can do so too. If I can do it with zero design anything, you can do it too. I'll stop there, but also, please make a song. This is really fun. It costs me like 10 cents every time you make a song, but I'm trying to harden it before it goes out into the wild. Thanks so much.
Amazing. Let's give it one more time. We'll do another round of Q&A. We'll start here.
What does the tech stack look like, and like what model do you use and all that stuff?
Exclusively Codex at this moment. I used to, so both models used to be, both leading models used to be terrible at design, and I would have to. I used to use Cursor a lot just because I could switch to Gemini, which was oddly really good at frame motion and design that wasn't terrible, and then just switching it over. But nowadays the best workflow I've had for design, specifically for design, is going from something that Image Gen 2 generated and then having Codex try to design it.
And it was like 5.5.
5.5, yeah.
That's what everyone said.
This is some cool stuff, especially given my music background. This is cool. Now, you mentioned a lot around not really working yourself over the code. How often are you looking at your actual project? Because obviously this is the output of your GUI, but the actual code base, where it lives, and how are you glancing at the actual code base just to get an understanding of how that looks? And I'm asking just particularly for the crowd as well, because a lot of times we'll see the final production, and then people are wondering, like, how did you build this? Like, was it a native Swift project? Was it Rust? Like, where's the actual environment for which you utilize to actually build it?
Oh, sure. For this, specifically this project, the Cursor team gave me like $10,000 of credits, but just for like a month. So I'm like, okay, this month I'm gonna use it just because, why not, right? By the way, I'm gonna say this. Don't let them buy you out. It's still kind of it's a very mediocre product at the current moment. It breaks all the time. I'm so frustrated by it. I'm moving back to Conductor after this talk. Yes. No, I would spend. So I think for the most part, I spend 99% of my time in the actual like coding environment. I don't want to spend too much time on design. I just wish that I could give it something from a ChatGPT like image to, hey, like make this look perfect. But the problem is that most of the time it does not deliver. It looks really, really bad, and I end up spending way too much time just trying to get it to go to the right place.
A really cool tool here. I'm wondering, like, so like what I see here is like a web tool, right? Sorry. And your app is a mobile app. Do you have any trouble basically telling the agent to convert a web-based, I guess, UI to a mobile, mobile interface and have it like turn out exactly the way you want it? Because I think one of the problems that I've had with Cloud Design is it's great at doing websites, but when you try to ask it to do a mobile app, it kind of just breaks down because it doesn't know how to do it properly.
Yeah, if you this is actually the reason for building this tool specifically. I'm sure there's there's probably custom tools for this. It's probably really great tooling. This is probably a solved problem, right? But if you're not willing to pay for it, this is the reason why I initially built this, because if you look at the top here, like different web screens, Safari, narrow for progressive web apps. So the reason why I actually laid this out is so that I can see every screen in different configurations. That's the really, really helpful part of this, is as I'm tweaking certain things, you get to see the consequences of those changes. Because you've probably done this. You'll get it, and you'll do the Chrome mobile view, right, on your desktop, and it looks great there. You'll get it onto your phone, you're like, what happened? Everything kind of broke. So being able to lay this out, sped up that development of each screen by like 10x. I didn't have to get down bogged into the details.
I just want to borrow this to make a song out of a bunch of posts and AI posts.
Yes, please do.
Talk later and get them done. I got so many.
Wait, sorry, what's the actual link? People want to try it out.
The link is just Yap-to-Bop.com. You can just play with it. You can make songs. I'm not gating it right now. I will. I'm gonna try to release it next week. But help me test it and break it. You can make whatever kind of songs you like. It's Suno's, the API is really good.
Yeah.
So it's not localhost 3000.
No, not anymore.
All right, one more question. All right. All right, she said, did you hear that? So someone should use it with dating app messages and to make a serenade.
Yes, I had friends use it for their texts with their girlfriends. That they said they were a hit. I'll take it.
Amazing. Round of applause.